Shirley Z writes, the cops took a long time in this call. They moved so slow. I feel like they took twice as long as it should have took. The way they put the guys in the transport vehicle, no seatbelt, just a slippery can. You slip all over the place, I bet. No wonder one guy broke his neck in one of those kind of vehicles. I don't understand why the cop threw away one of the guy's stuff, like lighter and small things. They usually bag it and send it with them no matter what. Hey guys, this is Andre, Horizon City News. And today I wanted to take a video clip from this recent traffic stop, which had happened up in Las Cruces back on December 9th. And I wanted to just start a discussion about containers and bags and other items being seized from vehicles and under what circumstances. The Las Cruces Police Department, for whatever reason, after they arrested the two men in this video, they were particularly interested in a bag that was in the front seat area. And one of the Las Cruces police officers took the bag in his vehicle. I was just curious why they did that. I'm sure there's probably a good reason, but I'm just curious about, under what authority that the police do whatever they do. So that's why I'm making this video, just to help myself get educated as to why the police do what they do, and then also anybody who's watching this. That's why these videos are created, so that you as well can have an idea as to what the police do, why they do it, or why they don't why they don't do certain things. And then if they are doing certain things that they're not supposed to be doing, then you'll know. You'll be more educated on the subject. So in this particular video, we're going to cover, just a brief overview of the case called New York versus BELTON, which is a U.S. Supreme Court case. It applies nationwide because it's a Supreme Court case, of course. There was another case that came up years later called Arizona versus Gant, but we're not going to talk about that today. But New York versus BELTON is the research that I'm doing right now. Just brief overview of it. And the Las Cruces Police Department, they were interested in this bag that was in the front seat area of this minivan that was detained. And like I said, one of the officers took the bag with him. And I guess there was evidence in there or something like that. But instead of just leaving the bag in the vehicle when the vehicle got towed, I noticed that the Las Cruces Police Department instead took the bag with them in one of the police cars. So just something that I noticed that I want to point out to anybody who watches my channel and watches my videos. All right, guys, let me show you what I'm talking about. And like I said, we'll do a brief overview of New York versus BELTON.
joyriding, speeding, smoking marijuana. No one has a driver's license, no one has the registration, and no one is related to the owner of the car. This case has all the elements a Hollywood director might be looking for in filming a 1980s high school buddy comedy. But the Supreme Court got there first. Roger Belton was out driving around with three of his friends in a manner that was very likely to garner the attention of the police when he sped past New York State Trooper Douglas Nicot on an expressway. Imagine this happening to you. Naturally, the trooper stopped his unusually suspicious group of people for speeding. The first thing Trooper Nicot noticed as he approached the driver's side window was the odor of burnt marijuana. This is an unpromising start to an otherwise ordinary police-citizen encounter. The second thing Trooper Nicot noticed was a brown paper bag that for some inexplicable reason had the word Super Gold written on it. He took these two observations as clues. Trooper Nicot ordered everyone out of the car, told them they were all under arrest. He patted them down for weapons, read them their Miranda rights, and told them to stand over there. He then searched the car, incident to this mass arrest. And naturally, Trooper Nicot headed right for the Super Gold bag, and to that surprise of no one, found marijuana inside. After searching each one of these joyriders incident to their arrest, he turned his attention to the passenger compartment of the vehicle. He found Belton's black leather jacket on the back seat and he examined it. Trooper Nicot found cocaine inside of one of the pockets, which ultimately led to more serious charges against Mr. Belton. Mr. Belton cried unfair as he attempted to shine light on what he believed was the overreach of Trooper Nicot. Belton argued that the search of the leather jacket, even incident to an otherwise lawful arrest, was unreasonable, and that the evidence, in this case, the cocaine, should be suppressed. There was, to some degree, some reasoning to Belton's theory. He recognized, at least his attorneys did, that the Supreme Court's decision in Chimmel versus California provided that a lawful arrest creates a situation which justifies the search of a person arrested and of their immediate surrounding area. How does this rule apply to the passenger compartment of a car, or further still, containers found in a car? Roger Belton protested that the intrusion into his jacket pocket, resting on the rear seat of his car, was not seriously contemplated by the Chimmel rule. What exactly is the immediate surrounding area to the arrestee anyway? In coming up with the answer to this question, as it relates to a motor vehicle, the court held that when a police officer has made a lawful arrest of the occupant of an automobile, he or she may, incident to that arrest, search the passenger compartment of that automobile. It follows logically then that the police may also examine the contents of any containers, such as a bag marked Super Gold or a black leather jacket found within the passenger compartment. The court stated that if the passenger compartment is within reach of the arrestee, then the containers found inside are also within that same reach. This makes those containers, in this case, Belton's black leather jacket, subject to a search incident to his lawful arrest. The Supreme Court would later modify the rule of the New York versus Belton case by pointing out that if there was no reasonable way that the arrestee could gain access to the passenger compartment, then the officer would have no reason to continue their search incident to an arrest there. The name of that case is Arizona versus Gant, and is the topic of another FLETC Talks. My name is Mike Palucci, and this has been a FLETC Talks.